My wife and I both knew we had been reborn. This time, neither of us brought up the past. We quietly deleted each other on WhatsApp, kept our distance, and chose different lives. After we split up, she went abroad with her first love, while I stayed at a local hospital. 7 years later, she became a top stock trader and publicly announced her wedding date with Tom. At the class reunion, everyone praised her talent. Lucy stood in the crowd holding Tom's arm and enjoying the compliments. "Lucy, you've really made it. You've only been on Wall Street for a few years and you're already one of the most promising traders. You're the pride of our high school." Exactly. I heard those Wall Street elites even paid to have dinner with Lucy. Just her consulting fee was nearly tens of thousands. That's a whole year's salary for ordinary people like us. "Lucy, I've been trading stocks lately too. For old time's sake, could you give me some inside tips?" Someone in the crowd asked curiously. "Lucy, are you getting engaged to Tom?" Lucy looked tenderly at Tom beside her. "Yeah, we're getting engaged on December 20th. The crowd burst into congratulations again. An old classmate asked, "Do you still keep in touch with Jack? You two were so in love back then. I heard your first song was written for him." When she heard my name, I noticed Lucy's smile instantly stiffen. She fell silent. Tom, standing beside her, smiled faintly. "Come on, Lucy and I are getting married. Young love never lasts. Those feelings from back then?" She let go of Jack long ago. Everyone laughed and went back to praising how perfect they were together. But I knew that song was written by Lucy herself when she confessed to me. In our last life, Lucy and I were high school sweethearts. We fell for each other at first sight. She once looked at me with complete sincerity and said, "Jack, look into my eyes. I like you. Eyes don't lie." I believed her. Sadly, in our last life, she still lied. With a calm expression, I walked into the banquet hall. A sharp-eyed classmate spotted me. "Jack, why are you so late? Why did you show up in casual clothes? Just got off work? What dead-end job are you doing? We have successful classmates here. Ask them to help you find something easier." When people saw how I was dressed, quite a few mocked me. I didn't care. I just smiled and kept basic manners. From the moment I entered, Lucy's eyes never left me. I spoke politely. "Long time no see." Lucy froze slightly, her eyes unreadable. Then she gave a mocking smile. "Jack, after all these years, you still haven't changed. Still no ambition." Tom looked at me with venom in his eyes. He deliberately tightened his grip on Lucy's arm, acting like he was claiming her. In front of me, he said sweetly, "Lucy, how can you talk to an old classmate like that? Sure, he's doing a little badly, but we shouldn't hit him where it hurts. Jack's life is already hard enough." He looked me up and down, his face full of mockery. "But Jack, what are you wearing? You look ridiculous. You're not young anymore. A man should take care of himself. Otherwise, you won't even be able to find a wife. What woman would like a sloppy man? Want me to lend you some skincare?" As soon as he finished, the classmates couldn't help laughing. Tom was dressed head to toe in luxury brands with a perfectly styled haircut. Every move showed the elegance of a rich young man. I had just come out of the operating room and hadn't slept in nearly 24 hours. I looked exhausted. I was wearing the most comfortable tracksuit I owned. It had no brand, just something I bought from a small street shop. "No thanks, I don't need it right now," I answered simply, sat down and started eating. After such an intense surgery, I hadn't eaten all day. While I was quietly enjoying the food, Lucy suddenly walked over and placed a check for $100,000 in front of me. "I'm helping you because of what we used to have. Treat yourself better from now on. Find a more respectable job, buy some new clothes, and learn to love yourself. Jack, the past is over. Don't stay trapped in it. If it weren't for you, forget it. It doesn't matter. What matters is, don't give up on yourself just because I left, okay?" I looked up at Lucy in confusion. What she hadn't finished saying made me curious. What exactly had I done in our last life that made her abandon me so firmly after being reborn? In our last life, we went from school uniforms to wedding vows. She had her dream of music and I wanted to study medicine. Both paths cost money and energy, so naturally one of us had to sacrifice. Because I loved her, I gave up my chance to continue medical school and get my master's and doctorate. I started working early, using my income to support both our dreams. She failed again and again, got discouraged again and again, and fell apart again and again. I stayed by her side like a power bank that never ran out. Every time I came home exhausted, I still patiently comforted her. I thought she would understand my love, but when she wanted to buy another new guitar and I refused because we didn't have enough money, she smashed the guitar in anger. Do you know that if I had listened to Tom back then and gone to America with him, I wouldn't be living this miserable life? I really regret being with you. After that, she stopped playing guitar and lost her dream. And because of that one sentence, I often cried alone in the middle of the night. But I made one final attempt. I held her and said softly, "Lucy, I want to have a child with you." She shoved me away, disgust written all over her eyes. "With our financial situation, can we even have a child right now? Besides, I told you before, I hate kids. I don't want to have a child with you." Those two sentences shattered the last hope in my eyes. During New Year's, an oncoming truck ended both our lives. In that moment, I wasn't afraid. I only felt relief. Now that we had both been reborn and both chosen to keep our distance, there was no need to cling to the past. I quietly pushed the check back. "No need. I don't accept things from strangers." "Thank you." She frowned and questioned me. "Jack, am I a stranger? What do you mean by that? I can buy my own clothes. No matter what my current job is, I think it's respectable. There's nothing shameful about it. I also don't think I'm giving up on myself. Keep the money for someone who needs it. She held the check, pressed her lips together, and stood there in silence. Tom walked to Lucy's side and looked at the check in her hand. His eyes were clearly burning with anger, but he still pretended to be gentle. Jack, if you don't want our kindness, then we'll offer something more practical. I recently opened a barbershop on Chungfu Avenue. Go straight there and I'll arrange for you to be an apprentice. The pay isn't high, only $6,000 a month, but you'll learn a skill. What do you think? Interested? That job should be much more respectable than whatever you're doing now. I calmly kept eating and turned down their so-called kindness. Thank you for the offer, but I'm very satisfied with my job. I don't plan to change jobs right now. Some classmates around me started shouting, Jack, why are you being so ungrateful? Lucy and Tom are kind enough to give you money and a job. Just take it. Exactly. You're already in this state. Why still care about pride? You're doing so badly and still came to the reunion. Isn't that to get resources? Why pretend now? Tom chimed in hypocritically. Don't say that, everyone. Maybe Jack really likes his current job. Then he turned to me. Jack, this is our goodwill. We're only introducing this job because of our old connection. Don't miss an opportunity just because of your pride. I really don't need it, thanks. I truly couldn't understand why they were trying so hard to force money and a job onto me. Tom still smiled gently, but his eyes were full of mockery and disdain. Lucy clenched the check and sneered coldly. A pile of mud. I try to help you and you still can't be saved. Fine, stay poor forever. After that insult, several former female classmates crowded over and tried to force me to drink. Jack, since you're doing so pitifully now, drink one glass and I'll send you 1,000. The classmates burst into laughter. Not one person helped me. I frowned, realizing this reunion was nothing like I had imagined. If I hadn't been waiting for someone, I would have walked out right then. Just as I was about to call security, Lucy, who had been standing nearby, suddenly put out her cigarette and grabbed the arm of the woman harassing me. Her eyes were ice cold as if she was furious. Behave yourself. The woman's hand hurt so badly that she started screaming. Tom grabbed Lucy's sleeve. Lucy, what are you doing? Her face was still cold, standing up for what's right. This is a class reunion, not a place for you to lose your mind. With that, she shoved the woman away. The woman didn't dare snap at her, but she glared at me viciously. I couldn't help looking at Lucy. I never expected her to help me. Tom was so angry he nearly ground his teeth to pieces, yet he still smiled and said, I heard the heiress and CEO of Chunghua Group are having a meeting upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe we'll get to see the richest woman in the city. Hearing that, the classmates instantly got excited. She's beautiful and loaded. I heard she's only in her 30s, and her husband has never been revealed. Do you think we'll get a chance to see him today? Soon, a group of bodyguards escorted a little princess into the banquet hall. The crowd instantly got excited. The female classmate who had mocked me earlier sneered at me. Jack, if it weren't for Tom, someone like you, who works outside for a living, would never get to see the richest family's little princess. If I were you, I'd kneel and thank him. I ignored her and calmly looked toward the little princess. Everyone rushed forward with flattering smiles, desperately taking photos with their phones. Even Tom walked toward the little princess with a fawning smile. Hey, sweetheart, is there anything you want to eat? I'll pay for you. As he spoke, he tried to pinch the little princess's cheek. But to everyone's surprise, the little girl ignored all the adults around her and walked straight toward me. She smiled so sweetly and threw herself straight into my arms. Daddy, you finally came! The little girl, who had looked cold before, suddenly looked hurt. Why didn't you come back yesterday, Daddy? I missed you so much. I pulled her right into my arms and softly comforted her. Daddy was working. I told you yesterday before I left, remember? I'm off tomorrow and I'll take you out. Okay, Daddy. Everyone there was stunned. They all stared at me like they couldn't believe what they were seeing. Right then, a beautiful woman hurried downstairs. Honey, the manager told me you were here at the reunion. Why didn't you tell me you got off work? I would have picked you up. The hotel manager introduced her to everyone. This is Anna, the CEO of Chunghua Group. She's also Mr. Jack's wife. If anyone needs anything, just say the word. We'll take good care of you. At that moment, everyone had a different look on their face. Some were thrilled, while the people who had just humiliated me turned pale. One of the guys I used to be close with couldn't help but ask, Jack, your wife is Anna. Even the manager calls her President Anna. So you're the secret husband of the richest woman around? Anna pulled me into her arms with concern. You just got back from the hospital. After this, go home and get some rest. I nodded and said, okay. Anna ignored Tom, who had come over to flirt, and looked straight at Lucy with a cold smile. So you're my husband's ex? Thanks for not marrying him. Faced with that jab, Lucy looked at me with a complicated expression, like she was on the verge of falling apart. Is this how you're punishing me? How much did you pay these two actors? I set my daughter down and reached over to take Anna's hand. This is my wife, Anna. Lucy's expression went from disbelief to shock to total pallor, and then completely blank. I had a new love, a child, and the job I'd always dreamed of. No matter how you looked at it, my life was finally happy. Once they found out who I really was, the way everyone looked at me changed. In just a few minutes, they went from sucking up to Tom to showering me with concern. People started whispering that Tom had just tried to buy Jack off with a check and even wanted to recommend him for a barber job when he was actually the lead surgeon at the city's top hospital. The reunion wasn't even over, but I was already done with it. Before long, my wife Anna and I left with our daughter in our arms. As soon as we walked out of the hotel, Lucy ran after me and called my name. I told Anna to take our daughter to the car and wait for me. She nodded quietly, still trusting me completely. How did you end up marrying Anna? I answered calmly. When her mother was hospitalized, I was the attending doctor. After we met, she started pursuing me. The day Anna officially confessed, I asked her, "Do you want kids?" "I do. My dream is a happy family of 3. Then I asked her, "Would you stop me from doing medical research?" "Not everyone's purpose has to revolve around family. I'm willing to support everything you want to do." And finally, I asked her, "Would you regret it?" She smiled. "I'm Anna. I never regret my choices." So we started over, fell in love, got married, and had a quiet wedding. After hearing all that, Lucy's eyes turned red. "That little girl is really your daughter? But you used to say you only wanted kids with me." I sounded a little helpless. "Lucy, the past is over. Once we broke up that day, the best thing was for us to have no more ties. Besides, in our last life, you regretted being with me." Lucy shouted angrily. "I regretted it because you never supported me. You emailed those music companies and told them not to take my songs." "What are you even talking about? I have no idea what you mean." I froze for a second. "But I worked 3 jobs for your dream. More than anyone, I wanted you to succeed." That hit Lucy like a bolt from the blue. She stood there in shock, covering her mouth as she demanded, "Then when I asked you to buy me a guitar back then, why wouldn't you?" I shot back, "Do you think we had money left? Your father got sick and we spent all our savings. Other than grocery money, what did we have left to buy anything else?" Lucy looked completely shattered and muttered, "That can't be right. Tom told me you'd sent emails to those companies. He said you were scared I'd make it and leave you." I felt utterly crushed. "We were together for years, and one random thing someone said was enough to erase everything I ever did for you. Don't you think that's ridiculous?" I let out a sigh and turned to leave. Behind me, Lucy anxiously called out, "Jack, do you still love me?" I shook my head without hesitation. "I love my wife and daughter now a whole lot more." A month later, Tom's father was exposed for tax evasion, construction fraud, and a string of other crimes. It made the headlines, and rich boy Tom fell so hard he couldn't even go home. I sighed. "Doing business without a conscience." Anna pouted beside me. "Honey, don't drag my brother into that. He's got a conscience." I smiled. "That's true. He's always respected his customers." Not long after that, I got a call from Lucy. She said she was the one who reported the story and just wanted to do something for ordinary people. Then, in a weak voice, she asked to see me. "I got checked a few days ago. It's late-stage lung cancer." I was silent for a long time, then told her to bring the report to the hospital and find me. That afternoon, she walked into my office looking much thinner. I looked through her report with a deep frown and helped her get admitted. Once everything was settled, her eyes turned red. "I knew you wouldn't just leave me alone. I know I was wrong. Can we get back together?" I frowned and reminded her, "The moment we came back, we were completely over. I have a new family now. Don't say things like that again." She shook her head, unwilling to believe it. "You still have feelings for me. Otherwise, why would you do all this for me? You're just mad at me." I let out a cold laugh and pulled my hand away. "I helped because there were still some feelings left from all those years. If that made you misunderstand, then I'm sorry. Marrying you in my last life was my biggest regret." "I don't love you." I turned and walked away, and she shouted after me, "You really think Anna loves you? I'm the one who fits you best." I walked even faster. She hadn't changed at all. When life was good, she didn't know how to cherish people. When life got bad, she only knew how to envy them. Love means standing side by side and fighting together, but all she ever knew was how to take.
Follow, like, comment, and share for more story.